have a good day, everyone. My group are going to discuss the lesson 14 entitled Ensuring Total Pupil Participation in Literature Classes. So here are the learning targets that are expected to fulfill at the end of this lesson. First is analyze situations related to ensuring total pupil participation in literature class. Second, deduce teaching techniques in ensuring total pupil participation in literature classes. And third, develop a teaching techniques that ensure the participation of pupils in a literature class. That learning targets are expected to meet after discussing the lesson 14. So let's tackle first the introduction. Do you remember your effective elementary teachers? Those teachers who makes you learn and understand the lesson easily. Some of you may not forget them because they were full of teaching strategies and techniques that snatch you away from your sleeping and shove away your boredom. So, as a future teachers, we must have full of these techniques and strategies. These techniques ensure that all your pupils are actively engaged while developing their love for literature and enhancing their literacy level. This lesson can be a big help because it exposes you to those techniques and provides specific guidelines to follow to help you implement them appropriately. Pupils in any English or literature class are varied in many ways. Sometimes the challenge is to ensure that each learner is fully participating in class and actively thinking. We might have noticed that some learners are endowed with a high level of activeness. They are those students who frequently raise their hands and seem to be all-knowing. They have high confidence to share their ideas. On the other hand, there are pupils who never tend to stand and speak, a shy-type students. This is why every teacher in English, especially in literature, should have loaded with techniques and strategies to subdue this reality. So me and my group mates are going to present some of the newest strategies and techniques that you could use to subdue daydreaming and class. They do not just ensure a high level of participation among pupils, but they also allow you to exert effort to think critically. Collaboration and communication skills at the same time are targeted by these techniques and strategies. The purpose is to suit to the peculiarities of your own classes. The first techniques and strategies is the rippling and bouncing answer. So after the discussion of this topic, the students will be able to first discuss the description, goals, and objectives of rippling and bouncing answer. Second, value the importance of rippling and bouncing answer. Third, differentiate rippling and bouncing answers on the other kinds of techniques or strategies. So what is rippling and bouncing answer? It was suggested by Himmel 2011. This teaching technique is used to elicit answer to be processed by the whole class. It is lodged under a collaborative teaching approach. Moreover, it is dependent upon the skills of the teacher to craft controversial, higher order, and critical questions. It banks on the reflective and divergent thinking of the skills of the learners. A teacher's skills to control and apply this technique is so important because there have a diversity of learners, just like the way they think. Also, it thrives on the successful communication and collaboration of ideas between and among the learners. This technique can be used either before reading or after reading the activity. So, let's also discuss the step-by-step direction of this strategy. First is the teacher writes or show a controversy or an open-ended question related to the text. For example, a teacher read a text about the climate change, and the question would be, how climate change affect our planet right now? What will happen if it continue? Second step is provide ample time for the pupils to think about their answers. So, a teacher only give 5 minutes or more to think what would be the answer to that question. So third step is all pupils respond individually to the prompt or question or controversy. All pupils could answer or recite individually. So fourth step is all pupils share their responses in dyads or triads. So student could also answer by pair or triads. It depends on the teacher's instruction. The fifth steps is volunteers then share. Pairs or small groups call out a sentence summary when they are called on to share. In sharing a summary of the text, a student can raise her or his hand to volunteer, but a teacher can also group the students. And that's all my report.